Top of the Charts is proud to present The Beaches.
Tell me about that moment when you found out you were performing on this bill, on this incredibly impressive bill, of course, culminating with the Rolling Stones.
We were playing in Minneapolis, and I think we actually just had to do like a night drive, so it was gonna be like a really rough night of driving where you just sleep in like a weird ball in the van, and then you had to go play a show the next day. We found out about the offer and we were so excited, so none of us slept in the van that night. We were all just like buzzing.
We had to do an all-night drive anyways. So.
Yeah, you're not really gonna sleep anyways, but we were so excited. We just really started screaming. We all called our parents, woke them all up. There was a time change. My mom was very sick and I woke her up, and she was so excited about it. Yeah, it was really cool.
But you guys have such I don't know, you have such you seem like such old souls musically in many ways. This probably comes up a lot, right?
I can't say a lot for much attention.
That it seems like the Rolling Stones are something, like their music is something you would intimately know. Is this true?
We definitely always, when we're listing like our musical references, they're always a band that we include on that list.
Their songs are just so timeless. I think their music will always speak to whoever listens to them because the songs are so great.
You definitely come off as a feminist band in many ways. And yet at the same time, some of the legacy of classic rock bands that you guys like, including Rolling Stones, some people see it as misogynistic and troublesome.
I was
Under My Thumb.
talking about this the other day. Under My Thumb.
Under My Thumb, Brown Sugar even. How do you reconcile that?
God, it's hard. And you know what? I think that's why it's important for there to be like new female voices that are coming out in rock and roll. Like, we write feminist lyrics because we're all feminists, and we try to write like stories that make sense to us. You also have to take into consideration that those bands were famous like 40 years ago, and that the same subjects that were being discussed kind of weren't being discussed back then. Like, is that sort of a fair thing to say? Like, there's historical context.
Society has evolved.
Yeah, you know, I'd be more interested to hear like what Nick and Keith have to say about it now, or if they feel comfortable playing those songs now. I don't know. It's hard to say. I just like their music still.
Tell me about Snake Tongue, and how does a song that's so catchy, you hear it and it's stuck in your head?
Cold snake tongue stuck out on the street. I can see you staring at me each day.
How did it come about?
That song's kind of old. Like, we had the melody for that song. We wrote it during one of our first writing trips to LA. And it was always sort of something we had in our back pocket. So when we were working on new material for The Professional, it came up, like our label wanted us to sort of work on it. But the original message and like lyrics of the song really weren't sort of fitting in with who we were today. It was all about, I don't know, being submissive to some boy or something. I don't know. And I was like, I cannot put this out, I don't feel comfortable. And the producer agreed, so I went on a little walk. And it was the day that we were recording the new version of what would be Snake Tongue, and I had no idea what we were gonna write about. And some creepy old man like just made the most inappropriate suggestive gesture to me. And it got me thinking about all of the inappropriate messages we'd been receiving on our social media accounts. And just like all of the unwanted male attention we received generally day to day as, you know, young girls, but also as young girls who are in the spotlight. And I thought it would be an interesting subject to speak on. So we wrote it in like 25 minutes after that walk.